And still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Россия, доказали, что мы номер один в мире. Все рекорды мы побьем.
Fine. Just boring fuck, dude. He landed a head kick in round 2, and other than that, he did nothing! For 20 minutes! He did fucking nothing! That's the truth! Zero! He caught him with a head kick in round 2, and other than that, he did fucking nothing! The whole fight! There we go!
All the shit you talk, it's okay. You make sure you back it up. No, I know. I don't know. Whatever story you made up about meeting me, I've never encountered that story. You know that, right? Okay? Listen, you're a good fighter. Show up, keep winning, and you can do anything. Does that make sense? You got massive fights in this division. You got me, you got Patches, you got Islam. Show up and fight. Does that make sense? Okay. You're an animal, you're strong. Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't know about any story where I've met you and I've talked shit to you. You know that? No. In this sport, if people talk shit, I ignore. Does that make sense? You're a good fighter, you're young, you're strong up here. Yeah, that means you can do anything. Does that make sense? Yeah. Spread good, do good. You knock people out, you beat people up, that's what gets respect. Does that make sense? You make sense?
Congratulations, you did it. The 17th straight win. It was a tough fight to get there, but how good do you feel right now having accomplished what no one else in the history of our sport has ever done before?
I feel happy, thank you so much. Feel happy. Hard fight. It's good fight, good opponent. And now it's no more Anderson Silva, Islam Makhachev record. I like this.
What about the fight maybe surprised you the most? Was it like his resistance on the takedown? Was it his striking, if anything at all?
Ian is good opponent, you know, and very hard to fight with someone who stand and wait, you know. He just waiting, and very hard to show good performance with someone like that. He like stand, I see his leg, try to take him down. He have like some good defense, you know, but very hard to show good performance with someone like that.
It seems like between every round, Ian was saying something to you, kind of trying to give you a hug, touching you on the head. Beginning of the 5th round, he high-fived you. Dana White said he hates that. He wish you guys would just...
Bro, honestly, I don't understand, man. This is the fight. This is not something we have to like hug each other every round, you know. We're going to war to broke the face, to broke the eye, you know. That's why I respect all my opponents. But Ian, I don't know, he respect too much.
All week the story had been asking you if he's your toughest opponent. Now that you've shared the cage with him for 5 rounds, was he your toughest opponent? And if not, where do you rank him?
Oh, maybe top 3, bro. January, end of the year, I have to fight.
Even the end of this year?
Yeah, because I'm not like 20-somethings. I'm 34 years old, and I have to fight soon as possible because I'm not cut much weight. I don't have like any big injuries. Just have to maybe double check my nose. That's it.
Islam Makhachev has officially added another historic victory to his UFC career.
After 5 highly competitive rounds against Ian Garry at UFC 330, Makhachev secured a unanimous decision, with the judges awarding him the fight 49-46, 49-46, and 48-47. But the scorecards don't fully capture how difficult this fight became. Ian Garry gave Islam one of the toughest challenges we've seen from the champion in years. His size, movement, range, and striking created problems that Islam had to constantly adjust to. Garry refused to break under the pressure. As the fight continued, Islam had to work harder to close the distance, establish his wrestling, and control the action for important stretches. He even dropped Garry with a head kick in the second round.
Makhachev is challenged. I feel like my scorecard always says 4-1 and looks like he still finds ways. Tremendous main event, but ultimately Makhachev's the man.
Yeah, I mean, look, he did what he had to do and was really tested in ways that we haven't seen him tested before. I mean, it was a difficult fight. Although he won by, a good margin, a healthy margin, there was moments where you're used to Islam having a certain amount of control and dominance that he just didn't seem to have over the bigger guys. And this is the question. As he's moved up to 170, there's some guys like Morales that are absolutely gigantic. And what happens if he fights those guys? The gap is bigger than it is with Ian Garry. Ian, again, out of the 10 victories that he's had inside the octagon, he's only had 3 stoppages. Morales kills everybody he touches.
Right.
I mean, Carlos Prates is a murderer. I mean, he just puts it on you and knocks out guys with one shot. Ian is not that same guy. He's a strategic striker who's very technical, but he doesn't have nuclear power. Carlos Prates has nuclear power. Morales has nuclear power, and they're both massive guys.
I think Islam struggled tonight to gain or get to the control position. When he finally did in round 5, he was able to keep him there like we're used to seeing, but Ian Garry was so well trained, he made it difficult for him. Now, he broke that record. There was a lot of pressure tonight, right? There was getting past Anderson Silva. There was defending the second belt. Because think about this. All those 2 division champions, only I had defended the belt in both. But now Islam has. He told me that the other day. I break another one of your records. There was a lot of things that were on the line tonight, and that might have played a part. But he did look more beat up and more tired today. That was hats off to the team of Ian Garry. Khabib and I spoke last week, and he came after the fight. And I said, you said, and we spoke about this guy was the most dangerous. At least right now. Because of his length and his size and knowing he was from a great team, and he was like, yes. But he did really well. It was a hard fight, though. But I think he needed that.
Well, and I think for Prates and Morales, the danger factor on the feet may be more significant, but best of luck to those guys defensively, right? They don't have Damian Maia, and certainly Morales is a credentialed grappler, as is Prates, but I think it's going to be hard for people to defend as well, all things considered, as Machado Garry did.
It is going to be, but there is also a significant difference in the amount of taxing that it takes on Islam's body, the tax that he has to pay to hold these bigger, stronger guys down. Look at what he did to Justin Gaethje. Look at what he did to Dustin Poirier. Look at what he did to Charles Oliveira.
I mean, even Moicano, it was like a round.
Just crushes him when he gets on top of him. This is the difference between him at 155 and him at 170. And, I mean, I understand what he wants to do, and I understand that he wants it, but, man, if I was in his corner,
it's hard.
I'd be like, maybe.
It's hard to tell a man that is the champion there to go back down and cut that weight.
I know.
But it was different. It was noticeably different. The welterweights are going to be much more difficult for him, and he's going to have to just keep improving. But, again, we so frequently judge him on a different scale than most.
Of course.
Because most champions would win that fight in the way that he did tonight, and we'd be like, oh my God, they're awesome. But Islam.
The MMA world had plenty to discuss after Islam Makhachev's victory over Ian Garry. Because while Islam made history once again, this was far from the dominant performance many expected to see. The biggest takeaway from fighters and analysts was simple. Islam finally looked vulnerable. For years, we've watched Makhachev dismantle elite competition with his wrestling, control, and relentless pressure. Opponents have struggled to stop his takedowns, escape his control, or force him into a fight outside his preferred style. Ian Garry changed that narrative. His height, reach, movement, and distance management created genuine problems for the champion. There were moments when Islam couldn't impose his game as easily as we're accustomed to seeing, that immediately sparked a major debate across the MMA world. Was Islam simply facing a difficult stylistic matchup? Has the move
that, this is my honest opinion on it. I felt like tonight was set up for the upset. I felt like the upset could happen tonight with so much on the line, all the records that Islam has, and he's going to break Anderson Silva's record. There's weight classes for a reason. Ian Garry is a big, rangy, strong guy who has great takedown defense. I mean, if you look at his takedown defense tonight against Islam, it was impressive. I felt like, I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that 5th round, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands in the fight. That shit drives me fucking crazy when there's so much at stake, and there's also a lot of mental gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that 5th round with a flying knee or something crazy and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, fuck, wish I could do that over again.
Would you agree, going into the 5th round, it almost looked like Ian was actually the fresher man, like Islam had more?
100%. And, if he came out and tried to destroy and win that last round, with everything that he had, I think it's a totally different fight. And then he gives Islam that explosive, he exploded up and got his back, and once he took his back and put the hooks in, that was a wrap. That he's going to ride that out till the round ends.
I felt like this.
But, that's how I felt. But on the Islam side, Islam went out, it's the complete opposite now. Against a bigger, strong, rangy guy who has good takedown defense, controlled him, shut him down. I don't know if he was in his head, and Ian felt like he had to come out and shake hands in the 5th round or whatever, but, Islam did exactly what he needed to do.
Dana White had plenty to say after watching Islam Makhachev defeat Ian Machado Garry at UFC 330. Despite Islam securing another historic victory, Dana admitted that he genuinely believed the fight had the potential to become a major upset. White pointed to Gary's size, reach, and especially his takedown defense as major factors that made the matchup difficult for Islam. He was impressed by how effectively Garry stopped.
Do you feel like what Islam is now doing at welterweight is more impressive than anything he's done before, because it's quite clear that maybe this isn't his completely natural division?
When you go in there, if you're at the weigh-ins, or when I went in after the fight and Ian Garry came over and shook my hand, Ian Garry's handshake is like a fucking vice grip, and he is a big, powerful, rangy guy. And, for Islam to go in and do what he did to him tonight, physical and mental. Yeah.